Hello everybody, welcome back to Bass and Bonsai. This is third video of the year. First video was BFS shootout. Second video was those baits you seen I had custom made by Norm Coulter. This is third video of the year, another BFS. What we're going to work on today, let's get to it. It's going to be two-part video. I may make two separate videos completely. We're going to basically put this Abu Garcia combo up against the megabass combo. Now I've got a couple different megabass rods, so I'm kind of going to do a shootout, and I'm going to see which one of the three megabass rods cast the shaky head the best, and I'll put that rod with that megabass reel up against my Abu Garcia setup. I just pick up this Fantasista to go with my LTX BF8. It's only a 6-footer, there's only downside to it, but it seems to cast it pretty good. These longer rods should cast a little bit better as far as distance wise, but overall accuracy probably the shorter rod. So anyway, buckle up, hang on, we're going to get these going, lined up, and start casting. All right, in the last video you guys are probably wondering, like, I couldn't even see where you're landing. You kept talking about lines and this and that, so I'm out by the road now. Here's the ditch. If you, in this video coming up or in the last video, if you hear me saying it just made it to the ditch, it means it made it right to here. There's a stripe first, but then I'll go ahead and walk out into traffic. Anybody go play in the highway? But then there's your center strip, which this is about 55 feet. We got about 65 in the middle, and then 75 on the white line over there. And of course, if you go on over to the neighbor's yard and the fence, so it's about 75 right in here. If I say it's hitting the grass, it's probably close to 80, then 85, or anything over 85 is on the other side of that fence. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of the road and let's get this shootout on the way. Okay, since I've already kind of thrown this rod a lot, we're gonna start with my newest acquisition. I picked up this Fantasista, and it says down to an 1/8 to a 1/4, 5 to 12 pound line. It's a 6-foot, very lightweight. Even with the bait out on the end, you can see that the balance point is like right there. So the question was, when I got this, you know, was will this be able to get the distance like the Shading X, something that's 6'6" or even longer, being only 6 foot. So I'm curious to find that out also. I have done a few test casts with it, but different day, different results. So we're going to redo the Shading X with the megabass rod, and maybe this rod too, just to see which rod is the best for overall distance. All right, we've made it almost to the road. Now it should go, well, I believe it should go to the yellow line, is where I think the Shading X you can get to, somewhere in that area. So let's see. And we're about halfway on this side of the road, so almost to the yellow line. I don't know if I'm going to do an actual accuracy shootout test or anything right now today. Yeah. Every time I make a video, there's like some absurd, nutty, stupid stuff going on. I don't know if you guys heard that screaming. It's crazy. You hear that? And there is almost to the yellow. All right, I'm gonna get one more good cast in with this thing, and almost the yellow. It almost hits the yellow. So not quite to the middle of the road. Let's see what the megabass does. All right, let's hurry up and try to get this done. It's wanting to start to rain a little harder. Well, that one didn't quite hit the road. And, well, come on. So we got going on here. What the fudge nugget? I think my leader's getting caught or something. well, I can't even get to the road with it now. Got a little bit of a wind blowing at me. Abu Garcia, I thought this would get better. And just barely almost hit the road. So actually the Abu Garcia is getting more distance than this thing. Yeah, different day. I may need to back the brakes off just a hair. Sometimes the temperature of stuff will have it out of whack. I guess I should check the... Yeah, it's dropping pretty good. I backed it off. Yeah, it's hitting the road now. Set at 4. That's weird. The Abu Garcia actually got more distance. I thought I was hitting the road, or hitting the middle of the road with this. There we go. So I really didn't gain anything. This here seems to be getting about the same as the Abu Garcia setup. And it's a 6-inch longer rod. It's not really any stouter. It's maybe just a hair more than the Abu Garcia, but one of the reasons I got the Abu Garcia is because it should be stout enough to set the hooks on these shaky heads. So, of course you guys can't really see where it's landing. You have to take my word for it, but I can almost hit the yellow with the Abu Garcia setup, and I can just hit about the middle of the road. So you're only talking about 2 feet, maybe 3. You know, not quite a yard difference between the two. But all right, guys, there you have it. As you could see, or hopefully I could hear by me saying, you just have to take my word for it. I got about the same distance. The Abu Garcia setup, I believe, because of the reel, outperforms this one just a hair. When you're throwing those shaky heads, they're a little harder to throw by almost a yard further. And it being a 6-foot rod over a 6.5 foot should be a hair more accurate. I didn't test that part, but I'm still debating that the Destroyer X7 will outcast, as far as distance, the 6-foot Fantasista rod. So stay tuned for the next video where I'm actually comparing all of these rods. I'll use the LTX BF8 to do that, and we're just going to kind of do a shootout between the rods I have here, give you an idea of, you know, just how much distance you can get if you're throwing like a 16th ounce shaky head with the, of course, the 6, 7-inch, 5, 6, 7-inch worms. Going to add more weight. It's going to be, you know, a little more, not necessarily BFS, but that's pretty lightweight. You try to throw that on a regular conventional bait casting reel, and you're not going to get too much distance and a lot of backlashes probably. So anyway, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned to the next shootout, and watch the rod video also. And like always, guys, thanks for watching.